Today's the day, ladies. Today's the day. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another NC Miata video. Today is going to be hopefully the last day that we are actually in this garage. I'm going to be moving everything over to the big garage now. But today we actually going to be starting this thing. We did a lot of stuff in the behind the scenes, which I'll basically talk about and everything. But as you guys saw in the last video, we were doing the first start and it would crank over, it would build oil pressure and everything, and it sounded really healthy. But there's one small little thing that I messed up while installing the motor, and it cost us just the first start, which is crazy that like just this one little tiny thing which didn't cause any issues other than it not starting. It's crazy, but we figured it out, and we'll be doing the first start on this thing. It should start up now and fire up. We did put a base map actually on the car already, using the EcuTech software and all that. So we uploaded a base map for the new injectors that we have on the car, which are 800cc, and then just the different fueling. So it should start up. It might be pretty rough as it is a base map, so we're not gonna be driving the car or anything like that. We'll be getting a dyno tune hopefully next week. I was actually supposed to be getting the car dynoed today. But we were running into some issues, like I said, with it cranking and figuring out why it wasn't cranking over all the way and firing up, and then also to just figuring out the base map. So guys, today we are starting this thing hopefully, and let's see if she fires up. So those of you who are not familiar, or if you've not been following along with the videos, this is a 2.5 swap junkyard 2015 Ford Fusion motor, very common swap for the NCs. I blew up the 2.0 motor, which is still sitting over there on the engine stand. Blew two massive holes on both sides of the block. But anyway, we swapped the 2.5 in. It's pretty low miles, and it has stage 1 cams. Other than that, bone stock, a little bit refreshed with all the gaskets and everything, front main, rear main, all that kind of stuff. It has a Fab9 GT kit, turbo kit on it with a 2860R turbo. It's kind of a small turbo for the 2.5, but we'll probably be upgrading it eventually. And then other than that, it has 800cc injectors and a 340 fuel pump. And other than that, like I said, it's basically bone stock motor, other than the stage 1 cam. So pretty basic setup. And this thing should probably make about 300 wheel, hopefully. That's what I'm shooting for. But yeah, guys, it has been a long process of learning how to do the entire thing, swap everything in, and it's been a very long process. But there was one thing that was holding us up, and like I said, it's very small. It was actually the crank sensor all the way down here. I had it backwards. That literally was the only thing. I was like, we weren't getting spark up here, we were getting fuel, we were getting oil pressure, everything looked good, it sounded really nice cranking over, but literally no spark, which then equates to, I was talking with the guys on the 2.5 page that literally it was just my crank sensor flipped backwards. So I'm the moron over here and not causing it to start. So we flipped that around, so hopefully it should actually start now. As you guys saw the last video, it was just cranking over. It sounded pretty healthy, but wasn't turning all the way over. So we got everything wrapped up. The only thing we really need to do is put coolant in it, so we're gonna do that, and then she'll be good to go. So without further ado, let's put some coolant on this thing and let's start it. Well, boys, you can see we have the coolant filled up all the way. Obviously it's not burped yet. We have not started the car. This is where you just like, man, just like ponder, is this really gonna work? 6 months. 6 months of work. Really, it's probably only like maybe two months of work and everything, but like 2.5 swap turbo kit, oh. Will it really start? We shall see. Woo. Man, I'm like shaking a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot we installed the gauges as well. I still have to basically calibrate the AFR, but we got oil and AFR, so we should be able to see pressure as well. So if it has oil pressure. All right, guys, let's do it. Here we go. We got power. I hear the fuel pump, I think. Look at that, we got the gauges. Whew, here goes nothing. Oh! Dude, right up, man. Oh, she died a little bit. I think she, this is the base map, so she might need a little bit of gas. Oh my gosh, dude. Look at that, guys. Whew. Man, I have no words right now. Oh my gosh. Let's go. All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can keep her idling. Definitely have some noise up there. All right, come on, baby girl. Definitely sounds like she's not running on all cylinders, that's for sure. Hey, but she's idling now, so. We got check engine light. We got some noise up here. Woo! It's a little bit loud. Oh, dude! Woo! Hey! It's definitely a little noisy. This thing has not run. This motor probably hasn't like been even in a car in like 7 months, so you can definitely probably tell it's not running. Oh yeah. Oh, dude. You guys heard the first start there, and like I was saying, it actually sounds like it is misfiring. This only has stage 1 cams. It's not supposed to sound like it has like stage 2 to 3 cams, like big beefy cam. So I actually just went through and checked it just by unplugging the coil packs and everything. So up here, if you need to check if you have a misfire or anything like that, just unplug these plugs. And if the idle drops or the motor like starts to sound kind of like very boggy, then you know it's good. That's a good cylinder. You're good to go. You want to plug it back in and it should run back to what it was. You keep going down the line, and if you unplug one and nothing happens, that just shows that you have a bad cylinder. So it could be a bad plug, something like that. So we actually on cylinder 3, unplugging it actually doesn't do anything, but the cylinder 1, 2, and 4 are good. So we're gonna swap 3 to 2 and then see if the misfire basically follows it, and hopefully we just have like a bad basically coil right here and we can just replace that, and hopefully it's that easy. But I'm gonna basically check this misfire. I'll get back to you guys, and hopefully it follows and we just have to change that coil and everything, and we'll be good to go. But first start, how does that feel, guys? Comment down below if you guys are super excited. The next video that you guys are gonna be seeing with this is gonna be dynoing it. But guys, we have a running, not driving yet, but running 2.5 turbo car here with stage 1 cams, and gosh, I couldn't be freaking happier. It's been a long process. Well, boys, we came to actually doing the compression check, and the dry, she actually did pass. It's literally basically 170 across the board, which is fantastic. So now we're doing wet. And just wait, is that your heart? Yeah, dude, I made a heart because we thought cylinder 3 had bad compression. That looks like a butt crack. Look at my butt crack heart, dude. But the compression's good, so that's not the misfire, because she does have a misfire in cylinder 3. But we're doing the wet now, so we're going to cylinder 3 now. So we'll see how the top end's looking. But we got 200 and 190 so far for cylinder 1 and 2. All right, go for 3. Even higher, 210. 210. Let's go. Let's go. So we're gonna do this, and we'll see what we find. Well, guys, the last clip that you just saw was us doing the wet compression check on the motor. Everything checked out. Everything is good. I'll show you guys the numbers right here. So you guys saw 170 across the board, which is pretty solid for a junkyard motor. It has 33,000 miles, I think, on it from LKQ. And then these are the wet numbers, so the top end looks pretty good as well. You guys saw this heart right here, because cylinder 3 is the one that has the misfire. And we were thinking that had low compression, but good to go. We don't have low compression, but the issue is the coil pack harness here. So on the earlier models, 06 NC specifically, they have the bad coil harness that they just crumple over time, get old, especially if you're doing a motor swap. They can definitely break. And you can see, actually, we jankily put it back together, and us doing this actually, the whole pin came out of, or sorry, the whole wire came out of the pin on the connector, and that was just causing the misfire. I was really hoping it was that, just because obviously I didn't want low compression motor or anything like that, and we'd have to completely redo everything, get a whole new motor. But we're good to go on that. And so I actually just got the connectors in the mail today, so got some fresh connectors. We're just gonna be replacing that one. The other ones look really good on the car, and we'll have some spares. And then also I got some fresh spark plugs. We're gonna be running the Iridium. They're already in the car, but since we did the wet test, they're probably fouled out pretty nicely. But get some fresh ones in there before the dyno. But yeah, guys, we're gonna replace that plug, and then the car will be completely ready. And off camera, we actually did the full burping of the car. It's all flushed. We held the car about like 3,000 RPMs, got all the smoke out of it from the wet test, and then also from the car blowing up, so the exhaust had like residual all over it. But she is dialed. It holds coolant temperature probably about like 205 when just idling. And we had it idling for probably like 5+ minutes. She was good to go. And man, like I can't believe it's like this close now. So the only thing that I got to do is replace this coil pack harness connector on cylinder 3, and then put some new spark plugs in it, bolt check the entire car, and she's literally ready to go. Well guys, it's been a long time coming. The next video that you guys do see on the NC is gonna be on the dyno, getting tuned. So definitely comment down below what numbers this thing you guys think will make. Again, it has 800cc injectors, 340 fuel pump, and then it has just a 2860R Garrett turbo kit, Fab9 GT kit on it with stage 1 cams and just a junkyard 2.5. So I'm hoping for like 300 would be good. 300 torque, 300 wheel. I think that is very doable on this turbo, because this turbo is kind of small for the 2.5. It was good for the 2.0, but the 2871R would be the best for this motor setup, and then you can make more power like 350, 360. But we'll use this one for now. It'll be extremely quick spoling. And guys, I can't express enough how excited I am, and everybody who's helped along the way. 2.5 page on Facebook, you guys know who you are. All my buddies who have come over and helped me with this thing. It is at that stretch, the last stretch right here. So small little things to replace on the car before the dyno, and then she is ready to get dyno tuned and start ripping. So guys, stay tuned for that. Next video that you guys see, like I said, will be on the dyno getting tuned. But as always, GPG, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys. We'll see you in the next one.